We are the Unbound Grapplecast, where shadows rise on the weekly Steelchair. Reece unleashed, black eyes facing trees, purple lightning strikes. Steelchair impact, feel the beast. Josiah stands tall, no ego, just confidence shown. Speaks with conviction and he holds his own. We predict people, hear the truth resound. Yeah, the circle grows. Weekly Steelchair where the real talk flows. Fans and fighters all side by side. One strong community filled with pride. Filled with pride. Hear the ring bell sound around. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Grapplecast, the crowd hears the battle cry. Crash through the lights, we electrify the night. Punk hearts beating, metal souls collide. Step to the mic, this is to our time.
You know, it feels great when you're just an absolute boss at what you do. Oh, wait, that's the Unbound Grapplecast. So, of course, when one becomes two, truth becomes unity, pain dissipates. You've got two great people, and that's me and Josiah. But of course, welcoming everyone back to the Weekly Steelchair. We were live last night reviewing something far away, overlooking other things. Tonight, we're going in a totally different direction. Or are we? That's for the people to decide. Meanwhile, you've got to the side of me. This man doesn't have 4 legs. This man has some fur, but not the type of fur you would expect. He doesn't climb mountains. The mountains climb him. However, he is not self-proclaimed. He just is the goat of goats. He is my co-host of the Unbound Grapplecast. It is Josiah. How are we, sir?
I remembered. I was good until I remembered the topic that we were getting through today.
Well, we don't strip, but we certainly go all anime on this shit. So it's very appropriate that I am wearing a Naruto shirt, because what we're going to talk about tonight is from the land of the rising sun, and there was no rising suns for what we're going to discuss.
No, there was not.
But it certainly is that. Chester, it is good to see you as well. There's so much to get through, and fair bit of time. We have got about an hour and a half, something like that. we enjoy the company that bestows upon us of you fine, amazing people. So how's your day been?
Like I said, good until I remembered we had to review the G1.
We certainly have
Because
to.
despite all of the anticipation and positive beginning, unfortunately, we have to report that it's not going well.
Yeah, unfortunately, folks, we have to do the honourable thing when it comes to the G1. I might have something for it. Let me just double check. There's only one way to truly show what we think about the G1, considering we had initial high hopes. Unfortunately, this is the true representation of G1 36. And to further emphasize the G1, it goes like this.
We do not care.
We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care.
And for you fine Americans out there, we have one more that really eclipses the meaning of Jesus Christ. All we're going to say is, fuck you, Gado. That's not your review. That's just a statement.
Yeah.
But take it away, my friend. It has been a little while since we spoke about this godforsaken tournament, and we made the right decision.
To the point where I'm more looking forward to that Noah 200 tournament.
Oh, yes. GHC
Because
200, which starts on
because
Saturday.
surely there's no way they can ruin a tournament with 200-second matches.
I cannot wait for GHC 200, which is this weekend. It's a three-day tournament, and it is going to be an absolute bliss of a tournament.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely can't fucking wait. It's going to be so damn good. In the mix as well, you've got Tetsuya Naito versus Shane Haste for the GHC Heavyweight Championship as well on Sunday. And you've got some really jaw-dropping matches as well. Like, the fact is, we've got Marufuji versus Kennel for the GHC National Championship as well. In the tournament, we have Yoshihiki Inamura, the most recent, until Shane Hayes beat him, GHC Heavyweight Champion, taking on a three-time former GHC champion in Kaito Kiyomiya. That is a first-round tournament match. It is going to be really fun, this tournament. Whole different concept, completely valid. And also as well, today is 26th-year anniversary of Pro Wrestling Noah as a company. So many happy returns to my company of 2025 when we did our end of Steelchair Awards at the end of 2025, beginning of 2026. The company I gave my vote to Company of the Year was Pro Wrestling Noah. And I'm going to say it right now, folks, as we are well over halfway in the year, we're
Looking like they're going to get it against.
They are. As it stands right now, Pro Wrestling Noah for me are going back-to-back Company of the Year, which is going to upset a lot of fans. It's going to upset WWE fans. It's going to upset AEW fans. But guess what? I don't care. I believe in the truth. And so far, Noah's gave me more enjoyment this year than WWE and AEW. So, just like I said, which Katherine already used in her video, shout out to Katherine. She did a very interesting video on the Mid podcast. She asked my permission to use a talking point that I presented in our Discord. Our opinions aren't facts, they're just our opinions, but some people cannot separate their opinions from the emotional side. All I'm going to say is, because yes, this was my point, They are my company of the year because I've been more impressed with their booking and their consistency, and the talent have delivered. Obviously, people are going to say other companies, which is completely valid. This is my opinion. You cannot tell me I'm wrong. And I cannot tell you you're wrong either. If you think WWE's been your company of the year, then that's completely up to you. I won't agree, but that's different. That's my personal opinion. However,
I would say the only way you can tell someone that they're wrong is if they say that TNA is company of the year, because that's.
oh yeah, if anyone says TNA is company of the year, then you're banned from pro wrestling.
You are literally just factually wrong here.
Yeah, you're completely wrong if you say TNA is company of the year. TNA has not done anything good this year. They were about to. They didn't. Yeah. TNA chose to betray not just their hardcore fan base, not just the casual fans. TNA chose to betray wrestling. So if TNA dies this year, I won't miss them. I won't miss them. I will miss TNA from 2002 to 2023, 2024. But 2025 onwards, I would rather be torched by Scarlett Johansson, which is not a bad thing either. But yes, there you go.
That may not be a bad thing, but what certainly was a bad thing, or what has continued to be a bad thing, is this G1 tournament.
Yeah.
We last left you guys on the 25th of July, where we finished talking about a pretty poor B block show where they decided to completely ruin Aaron Wolf.
And since then, they've gone a step further.
They've gone a step further and they've ruined someone else. But we're going to get into that when we talk about the B block.
Yeah.
Because we have, unfortunately, as always, start with the A block.
Yeah. We also have to make a very valid point as well, and this is what people have to understand. You can absolutely disagree with what we say, that's completely true, but we watch New Japan religiously. We watch New Japan like it's all that's left on TV, pretty much, even if we watch it on different platforms. We're not like, we wouldn't say we're the authority on New Japan, but we're certainly more equipped to talk about it than the person who consistently books the shit out of it, and that's Gado. Because Jesus Christ, this man does not learn. And Josiah spoke about they've ruined another talent. There's certain talents in wrestling you do not destroy. You don't destroy... Not only do you not destroy the best British wrestler in the world today, you don't destroy the top 3 New Japan talent. Let's just sink that in. The best British wrestler in the world today and a top 3 New Japan wrestler. And they've managed to do it with ease. Like, this is the easiest destruction of a wrestler since... What's the best way to say this without offending someone? Something that makes sense. I've got it. This is the most destructive way of a wrestler since they tore out Daniel Bryan's hair on SmackDown just so he can have a strap match with The Fiend. He was already going to cut his hair anyway, but you stole his identity by ripping his hair out. You basically ruined a man's look in the worst way, or by feeding someone dog food. This is the equivalent. You've dog-fed Zack Sabre Jr. And God almighty, we have got to talk about it, because we did agree he would have a bad start to the tournament because that's what he does. We both did not expect this.
No.
So I'm going to let you, sir, take it away.
Before we get to that, we've got to talk about the first A block. It's kind of cool the way that this has worked out because we've got 3 of each block to talk about.
We do.
So the first it's B block to start with. The first B block. Well, I think it is anyway. Or is it?
Yep, it is.
That we start at?
We last
Yes,
convened on A block, so it should be B block. Yeah.
Yes. So that is the 26th of July, which is a week ago now, which is crazy to think about.
Yep.
We had the two ruined by Gabe Kidd wrestlers, Aaron Wolf and Oscar. We had Henare versus Red Narita, Drilla Maloney versus Callum Newman, and Zack Sabre Jr. versus Gabe Kidd.
Yep.
So we're going to start from the top, and that was Aaron Wolf versus Oscar, which Oscar won.
Which is what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
But we didn't think
And
it would be like this.
For Oscar's first G1, he has done very well.
I agree. He should be very proud of himself.
A lot better than I thought he would as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things in wrestling is that sometimes bookers don't really know how to book giants in tournaments, but in this is one of the very few credits that we can give Gedo, and he's managed well.
I think Gedo is particularly good at booking giants in these sort of situations. Like, I will give him that. Like, he is consistently good at that.
Yeah, this match went under 10 minutes, and it was, from what I remember, it was a decent match. Nothing special. Obviously,
standard,
they're both still kind of. Well, Aaron Wolf definitely is greening because he's just starting out. But for Oscar, this is still like the infancy of his singles run, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not had many, so it's still quite basic from him.
I agree.
But for what it was, they definitely put on a good showing.
They did. My only thing, though, and I'll stand with it, my concern for this match is, are they planning on keeping Oscar a single? Because he seems to be thriving a lot more than Yuto Ice is, which we'll come on to very, very shortly. But even if they don't, and they put them back together, which is fine, because they haven't technically split as a tag team. If you go straight back to Knockout Brothers, what do you do with them? Because who do they feud with?
I don't know, because I would say unless Yuto Ice can beat Great Okan, the tag titles, that situation's kind of closed because Henare already beat Oscar. So now they've got no claim to the titles otherwise.
They haven't been, correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't remember. They haven't had a rematch.
No.
And that seems to be a thing now. It's not just New Japan. It's not just WWE, actually, because they went away with the rematches first. But now AEW doesn't do rematches. New Japan definitely doesn't do rematches. Pro Wrestling Noah hasn't done a rematch in a long time. It seems to be worldwide. The only company that I've seen in recency that rewards a rematch is Rev Pro.
Well, I feel like with New Japan, it kind of depends on which belts are being defended as to whether rematches get given or not.
The World Championship, immediately they don't get a rematch.
No, I can't remember the last time there was a rematch of a title match apart from Suji and Callum, and even that wasn't an immediate rematch because Callum had a defense before that.
Exactly. I think actually I'm gonna look that up because I can't remember either, because even TNA doesn't do immediate rematches either. They used to, but they haven't in a long time. And I think that is a problem.
I actually can't remember the last wrestler that got an immediate title rematch in New Japan. Unless you want to count the TV title where ELP gave Takeshita rematches for whatever reason.
See, Google's claiming that the last time New Japan did an immediate rematch was when Yota Tsuji regained the title from Callum. But that's not true because Callum defended the belt against Shingo first.
Yeah.
So it can't be. So I don't know why he's doing this. Actually, I'm going to have one interesting. When was the last time any wrestling company did an immediate? When was the last time?
I'm pretty sure it was Takeshita and ELP, or maybe Bolton Oleg and Takeshita, or something like that.
Actually, hold on. Cody Rhodes is probably the last one to get an immediate rematch. Yeah, never mind.
No, he wasn't, because Sami Zayn got the title match at Royal Rumble. And then Cody got it on a SmackDown.
So, my fault. Yeah, he did. So it seems no one. I don't think anyone got the immediate. I don't think there's been an immediate rematch. And actually, I know a title that had. I think this is right. It's not a world title. Didn't Braun Breaker not get an immediate rematch for the IC title after he lost to some stupid clown with DOIC's name?
I don't know if it was an immediate rematch, but I know. Let me have a look.
I'm looking right now.
Because I'm sure that he would have maybe had one defense before that.
Mm-hmm. That's my point. I was like, I'm pretty sure he did, but I'm sure it was immediate. To be fair, you could say every time Shinsuke Nakamura lost the IC title, he was quite quick, I suppose.
Let's find 2024, because that's when it was.
That's the world title. Okay, September 23rd episode of Raw. Uso defeated Braun Breaker to win the title, but lost it back to Breaker on the episode on the October 21st episode. So did he have any title matches between?
Okay, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, he beat Xavier Woods on October the 7th.
Fuck's sake! So there hasn't been one in a long time.
No.
I think you know what's funny in terms of like immediate rematches, like unless you were a certain talent, you weren't really getting an immediate one. Like Stone Cold got an immediate one against Kane after King of the Ring, which is fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, Taker and Austin pretty much had immediate title rematches every time. Bret Hart immediate title rematches back in the early 90s to mid 90s when he kept dropping the belt. The Rock, yes. Triple H, obviously, because he's a glory hound and prick. Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, I don't think so. Roman Reigns, I think, yeah. Roman Reigns, actually, to be fair, with Sheamus. But that was Money in the Bank.
Yeah. To be fair, I guess you could kind of say Seth Rollins just had automatic rematches. But I don't know if you count that because he's come back from injury.
I wouldn't count that, no. For me, it has to be they've lost the title and then they get the rematch like soon after. Like this, like not like a stupid thing where. Because I'm not even going to count Christian with Randy Orton.
No.
Because even back then as well, like when Bryan lost to Sheamus at WrestleMania, he did get the rematch, but it wasn't immediate. Like for me, immediate is like within a week.
Well, he got it at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly.
I've certainly been looking. I can't find it. The last immediate rematch for a championship. It's a great question. I've been scouring. The last immediate rematch in pro wrestling apparently NXT is the last immediate rematch, and that was Ethan Page versus Miles Bourne. Page beat Bourne, and then it was announced as an immediate rematch by their general manager. I don't know, but that was before Cena versus Orton one last time, by the looks of it. I don't like that rematch clauses aren't a thing anymore. Like, that's the champion's right. Yes, they lost their title. They should be given the automatic rematch. Instead, now you've got to earn your rematch. I think that's stupid. Except when it's Roman Reigns and you don't give him the rematch. But anyway, do continue, sorry.
Yeah. This match was this match has shown me again that out of the Knockout Brothers, Oscar's definitely the better of the two for me.
Agreed.
And in terms of them going back as a tag team, I don't really see any pathway for them.
I don't think there's any way to do it. Like you say, like, it's only if it's Utice beats Middle Khan, but it's not going to happen because he'll find a way to beat him, and they don't seem to want to push them as a tag team anymore, which is a shame because when you look at them on paper, they're a brilliant tag team.
Yeah.
And we've seen it. They were a great tag team. Obviously, they lost their belts to the wrong people, but
yeah,
there's evidence there of very good competitors. But if you keep them as singles, Oscar's got
he's
3
got a
titles.
much bigger ceiling, I would say.
He's got maybe 3 titles to choose from. Utice 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's world title, global title, TV title for Oscar. For Utice, I'm saying TV title and never openweight title. No disrespect to him, but TV title upwards is higher ceiling. And I don't think Utice is that type of seriousness for it.
No. I don't either. And I actually think that, but it's weird though, because Oscar, after beating Aaron, will seem to stake his own claim for the Never title.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Which I think would be an interesting rematch for them to have.
I'd like it. I would certainly like it.
But that was the first match.
Yeah.
The second one was Henare versus Ren Narita, and this was a 10-minute match, which basically had all of the chicanery that you would expect in a House of Torture match, and Henare just no selling it, basically.
Yeah. He basically went, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And that says a lot. He's basically had enough.
Yeah. And another trope that I'm seeing in Henare matches, it's almost kind of similar to the Samoans, where for some dumb reason, the wrestlers keep hitting him in the head, expecting him to be affected by it.
It's like you knock him on the head. He's like, it's like turns him into like a superhuman. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it just beats the hell out of them.
But they continue to do it every match that he's in.
It's put me off a bit. I like Henare, but this is the stuff that puts me off. I don't like it when Jacob Fatu does it as well. To be fair, I know for a fact Haku used to do it in the early 2000s as well, in the late 90s, and I hated it as well when he was Meng. Like, this sort of crap puts me off a talent.
Yeah, I think it gets old very quickly when people keep doing it. But in terms of the match itself, I think the match was fine for what it was.
Yeah. I agree with
think that they got to the right result, and I think in terms of both people's tournaments going forward, obviously we know that Hinare is still looking quite good.
He is.
Red Narita not so much, but he went on to do something later that we're going to get into and discuss at length.
Yeah. We got a massive shock.
Overriding thoughts on this match?
I think overall for me, we're seeing the strength of Hinare, but we're not seeing more of the wrestling side of it because he's too busy being something that he's not. And I don't agree with Hinare being all thuggish in this type of tournament. I want him to be ruthless and decisive. Instead, he's acting like something that he's not, and I don't like it. But his matches have been good. I just don't like this side of him. I thought the match could have been a lot better, though, if I'm honest.
We go into a match that was actually very good. It's Callum Newman and Drilla Maloney. They went for, I believe it was close to 20 minutes.
This match was fundamentally excellent.
If I have a look at the time.
I think it was about 18 minutes.
It was only 14 minutes. It was only 14 minutes, 12 seconds.
I thought it was longer than that.
Either
Either way, I really enjoyed this one. I thought Callum was excellent as well. Like, he's regained a bit of composure with himself. I think he's regained the tournament edge, but I can't knock the fact as good as Callum was, Drilla was simply better. The result speaks differently, but Drilla was far better.
I think it was a pretty good showing from both men.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. And one thing I like that is that despite Callum Newman not wearing the shoulder tape as much, I like that people are still targeting it.
Yeah, they know what he is.
Yeah, because it shows that even though he's not showing it, it shows that his opponents know that injury is still there.
Yeah, I like that they're going after his vulnerability. It makes them look serious as competitors. I rate that from them. Like, I really do. I think that's excellent. That's match-based storytelling at its finest.
Yeah. I'll say one thing that I am getting a bit tired of seeing in his matches is the constant use of the chairs on the outside. I feel like that's being overdone now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I feel like it takes away from being unpredictable in the ring, and what more can you produce? Oh, it's just going to be the same shit. Well, in that case, then why do I want to watch? Yeah,
because I mean, it works in certain matches, but in every match, I feel like the point's being overdone.
Yeah, it's becoming one of those types of moves where you're like, when you almost start counting.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Devil's Kiss, where you're just kind of waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, or an Uso match where or the Young Bucks when a super kick is coming.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, hello, here it comes, and then, oh, great.
Yeah. But yeah, this was, like you said, a good match, surprisingly short.
Right man won.
Drilla did pick up the win, and he is again having another brilliant tournament like he did last year.
It's almost as if you and me just know what train to back and we don't fall off.
Yeah. I think both men still have a lot going for them in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them picked up the second spot in the block.
Yeah, I think because of how they wanted to go, I think it's still going to be Callum. But Drilla deserves a chance to get out of the block. But
yeah,
even if he doesn't get out of the block, we already know where he's going.
Yeah.
He's taken the white belt. He will save the global title from Gabekin. Or as we'll call him, Mr. Angry.
Yeah. And speaking of him...
The Richard Hammond of professional wrestling.
Yeah. And speaking of him, the main event of this card was him defeating Zack Sabre Jr. after 25 minutes.
This match was fundamentally excellent again as well. Like that's 11 minutes longer of the same type of hard-hitting technical brutality, and yet Zack... I've noticed a pattern. With Zack matches, we're noticing that he is in so much control, apart from one. He's in so much control, and then they just swipe at him and they lose it. And another thing as well, like we spoke about this with Yota Tsuji. We're going to ask the same question. What the hell has Zack done to deserve so much punishment from management? What has he done wrong?
It's very odd the way that
because he isn't someone who
part of me wonders, is it punishment for injuring Shota in the first round?
Maybe, but that doesn't give you a valid reason to book him like that. Humiliate him in one match, yeah, completely understand that. But to do it in multiple matches is becoming a joke. Especially for one match that we'll be coming on to later on. This match wasn't the burial. The one we're coming on to was the burial of Zack Sabre Jr.
Like, and it was until his win against Oscar in the last show, he had lost 4 matches in a row up to that point.
Yeah, if he had lost 4 in a row, I would have said buried.
No, he did lose 4 in a row. That would have been the 5th.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, if he had lost 5 in a row, then I would have said buried. If he had lost the way it's going, like, there's only one way to describe him now. Zack Sabre Jr. has been buried.
Yeah. And it's almost to the point where even though it's not mathematical yet, he's basically out already.
He's gone. It's almost as humiliating as when Chaos turned on Okada. That's this kind of humiliation. Like, it's that level of... It wouldn't surprise me if TMDK turns on him. Because the way it's going, why would you back a loser? And Zack isn't a loser, but he's been made to look like one. Like, why would TMDK back him? But something's happened.
He's failed all year. He failed to make Oira a tag champion.
Yep.
He failed to win the New Japan Cup.
With ease.
And now he's failing. He has failed to win the G1. So where does he go from here?
I actually think they're going to relegate him back to the TV title division. Which is wrong, because the person who should be winning that title to re-stamp authority in his own faction is Sonata. But I can see them putting Zack Sabre Jr. in that division because, Jesus Christ, they've destroyed him that much.
Yeah. But in terms of this match, it was a good showing from both.
It was great.
It was fairly back and forth.
Yeah, it was. It was. Like, this is the one match that he's had so far that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
No matter what the result was, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just hate what happened afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, it's borderline sacrilege. And this is the company that loves to push gaijins.
Yeah.
Do you know any of these?
I've heard of 2 of them. but I
Which
don't know
ones?
any of them. I've heard of Growlithe and Psyduck.
I think just for appropriation, I would still say you're a Growlithe. Because you've got the dog in you and you're fire.
Yeah.
Plus, who would ever
That's what
turn down a
I mean.
chance to get an Arcanine? Come on, let's be real. No one does. Except maybe cat lovers because they're fucking weirdos. And that says much because I've got one. But still.
So we talked a bit about Zack Sabre Jr. and his disarray at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
But his opponent for this Gabe Kidd, what do you think of where he's going at the minute?
He's had an excellent tournament so far. I've been really impressed with. Chaos Turn Okada was horrible, but the way this is going, it's right up there. I've been really impressed with Gabe Kidd. I'm glad that they're pushing the outsider again because he's basically become the outsider. Similar to last year when Takeshita won it. I've been really impressed with Gabe Kidd. I don't think Gabe Kidd's going to win the tournament, but if you were looking at it right now, he is, in my opinion, the favorite. I think he is the favorite to win it, but I think the reality beckons Drilla Maloney is waiting in the midst. It's going to go down the wire. But no, honestly, Gabe Kidd, I think he's had a smashing tournament and long may it continue in terms of his top quality matches.
I do want to get your take on his character delivery, though, because I've seen a lot of people saying that he's doing a bit too much, but I don't know what your take on that is.
I'm not sure if he is. I mean, I get why people are saying it. I think he's trying to do more than he already is, but I think he doesn't have the capacity to. I think he could go that next level. I just don't think he's ready to yet.
I think that's a fair point.
But I understand why some people think he's doing too much. For me, not enough. I think he could do more. And I hope he does.
Because as you say, in terms of wrestling, it makes whoever beats him look even more spectacular.
Yeah.
So that was the first of the B block matches that we're going to cover. Which means, unfortunately, we've got to go back to A block.
Yeah. Oh, this will make you smile. Well, annoyingly, I don't like the fact that Newcastle have signed Matheus Yasso as their manager. I think he's great. However, Arsenal are losing 2-0 to Real Betis. Full strength Arsenal. Well, full strength except Raya's not in goal. It's Kepa, but it's still full strength Arsenal.
I don't know why. I don't know why Raya's not in preseason. It's not like he played at the World Cup. He didn't contribute anything.
No idea. I don't get it either.
But yeah, if we go to the 29th, the A block. Which was another, decent apart from two matches, dire. I would say. It
was tiresome for me.
Because I'm gonna say this now. I've seen loads of people say that they enjoyed the Suji versus Utah as main event. I thought it was horrible personally, but we'll get to why when we talk about that match.
I've got a very strong view on that match as well. Don't you worry.
But before we get there, Bolton Oleg versus Jake Lee.
I like both wrestlers. I'm a huge fan of both, but I'm going to say I hated this. I did not like this match one bit.
No.
This tournament is giving Dave Meltzer a reason to keep breathing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you have to say that this is completely just. All of his horrible grades that he gives Jake Lee in this tournament are completely justified because he has had a shocking tournament.
Yep. What's up, James? James says Arsenal clearly missing Norgard. Now he's leaving. That's a top tier comment. Jokes aside, good to see you, my friend. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday for our debut of the Steelchair Arcade podcast. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Which means fix your Discord.
But yeah, this tournament has not done Jake Lee any favors in terms of his image and the wider wrestling community's view on him.
Yeah, it's
because as big of a fan as we are of Jake Lee, anyone that's had any slander and criticisms of him this tournament, it's completely justified because it's been shocking from him.
Yeah, we can't defend Jake anymore. With the tournament, we can't physically defend him. There's no way we can defend him unless he turns the last couple of matches around. And I don't think he will.
Considering who his next opponent is, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, he's done. What's up, Dan? Yeah, I don't think he's got hope in hell.
No. In terms of Bolton Oleg, though, he has had quite the opposite tournament in that he's done very well as well.
Back-to-back years for Bolton. He's done very well.
Especially as we've been talking about coming back from that elbow surgery where he missed a couple of months. So it's been good to see him just get straight back into it.
Yeah.
And he is another person that I'm looking forward to seeing what he does post-tournament.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The next match we have to talk about is, I would say, Ryohei Oiwa versus Sanada. This was, again, an interesting match.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think it's an example of one of the more established members of the roster putting over a younger talent. And I think it's an example of it being done in the right way.
Yeah, it was a competitive match, fun, exciting. I just loved the business that was showcased here. This was great to see. This was really good to see. And to answer your question, Glenn, I'm choosing between Onyx, Sea King, and Ditto. I'm choosing Onyx. I mean, after all, I have an Onyx hoodie, but I would choose Onyx purely because surprise quicker than you would think, and also Steelix is fun. So, of course, I'm choosing Onyx. Never mind, Arsenal scored.
Well, it didn't take long.
I mean, it's only Arsenal.
Yeah. Still deluding themselves that they're going to get Vinny Jr. as well.
Yep. Absolutely funny.
But yeah, this match I think was very competitive. I think, weirdly, I do still hold out some hope for both men in this tournament, even though they're not going to advance. They've shown enough to me to where that they're not going to be completely lost in the shuffle post-tournament.
Agreed.
And now from what was a great match, we come to probably, what I called one of the worst tournament matches I've ever seen from any company. And that was Takashi against Great O'Connor.
Christian, no guard. Oh God Almighty.
The best way to describe this match is picture any evil House of Torture match. It was basically Great O'Khan being the entire House of Torture by himself, and yet somehow still losing it.
Slow, turgid, relying on any means to win, and still couldn't get the job done. This match was honestly worse than.
It was 14 minutes. I said this when I watched it back. It was 14 minutes, and it felt like 14 years.
Yeah, there's only one way I can analyze this match, and this is how I'm going to say it. This match is like going to France. You want to just get through it quickly to get to Italy. Because watching this is the equivalent of wanting to just get out of the tournament and just get to the next just get to Wrestle Kingdom. That's what this felt like.
He lost to a man in handcuffs. That's pretty much as low as it gets.
He did. Look at the absolute weirdness of these comments. First of all, Billy, with all due respect, that is the gayest thing you've ever said. I will gladly say inaugural channel member. Thank you for joining. But I am not saying the first part. And then Catherine says, the champ queen is here. You can only be one. You've got to renounce one of them. Nah, welcome and good to see you. But Billy, I think...
And good podcast as well.
It was, but yeah, Billy, please change this, because this is just... Christ.
Like,
God almighty.
In terms of these two...
But I'm annoyed Newcastle got quality manager.
But yeah, in terms of these two, Takeshita probably going to advance as the block winner in this. And Great O'Khan, I never want to see him in a singles match again.
I'm still going to stand by it. I'm annoyed that Takeshita's going to win the block, because he shouldn't be.
No. But in terms of O'Khan, I never want to see him in a...
I'm still getting over
again.
Josiah's...
It wasn't a nude.
It's literally
basically what it was.
In his bed.
I zoomed in. Basically, what it was, I zoomed in to like get a picture of my fatness, and that's how it came out. Basically,
you're a brave man.
I mean, I've got nothing to hide. There's no harsher critic than myself. So
exactly, that's what I say.
There's nothing that, and there's literally nothing that anyone can say to me that I won't say about myself. Now.
Yep, I am the exact same as you. Your biggest critic, your biggest enemy will always be yourself. It's not anyone else. People can hate you, whatever. People can dislike you no matter what, but nobody will hate or dislike yourself more than your own individual person. So there you go. More like inaugural crybaby quizmaster. But yeah,
I still can't believe he took the last one.
Because he's that's just how he is. Like, he honestly, it was more he had no pants on. He did.
Oh, I did. I was wearing shorts. I just zoomed in.
Yeah, Josiah is certainly not going to sit in his own room in this way where he wants to post something like that and go, oh, by the way, I'm not going to have these on. Like, Josiah might be mental, but he's not like the beaten kebab merchants on X. He actually respects he respects some limits.
It was literally just before I left the house to go to the gym.
Exactly. Good man as well for looking after yourself. I'm at the gym tomorrow. Yeah. Glenn saying justice for Billy. No.
What justice needs to be served?
I mean, for all the facts,
Zack Sabre Jr. apart from.
Mm-hmm. I think the fact is, I think it should be justice for me, for the fact that he was comparing me to fricking Sami Zayn the other day. That's definition of real justice required.
And he called you the gingerbread man.
He did. He did. Pure. Look at this. See, like, look at the swift change. He's now saying you're doing well. I'm really kidding. That is how it
Much
is.
appreciated.
That is good support. That is good support. But yeah, as we said there about Catherine, good podcast. Yes, the one where, again, God himself spoke to you. And I can only do my job so well.
Yeah. In the next match, Hiroki Goto and Shingo Takagi.
I'm sorry, I'm going to say this in the nicest way, but I only just liked this one. I thought this match was okay.
Well, I mean, for A
block.
Oh, come on.
Wow. I thought we were going to escape this. I hate being Why does it have to be me?
I want Spider-Man!
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in
Reece Russell.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
Cause I love him in Scotland and 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 Scotland. They say I believe in
Reece Russell.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
He seems to have come out of nowhere to answer the prayers of the city, just when all hope seemed to be lost.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
It's so good that that clip itself just lets me use it. Like, it's a full-on from Spider-Man 3, and it actually lets me use it. Absolutely brilliant. Kicking Roman, fuck off, please. Yeah, take Billy with him. Just kidding, Billy. We don't want to give you the impression that we're bullying you. all I said it was Bill serves on bollocks. You did that. Get to get the video, you traitor. But yeah, Shingo versus Goto, I have to admit, I just can't. I thought this match was okay. I don't think it was anything special compared to previous matches between them.
Yeah.
You absolutely can't go wrong with that. That's why I'm looking forward to some of the classic gaming, because we've got a lot of Spider-Man games to choose from as part of it. Not to mention View Cinema. Always helpful when I saw this on Saturday.
But yeah, I think this match was, like you said, it was just okay. Nothing.
I'm off
special.
to join. I'm off to join that guy's channel who ripped you off.
You can be as one and only viewer then.
You can be. You can go and support Aaron Loves Cucks. That's okay. Sorry, he is one. Best news was Chelsea Green World Champion Q Katherine in 5, 4, 3, 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was a very slow match because they're both very old men at this point.
Yeah, they're well past their sell-by date.
It definitely wasn't as good as the title match that they had last year.
Yeah, a whole year has gone by on these two, and it shows massively.
And it almost feels like they just decided to flip a coin and give Shingo the win this year. That's literally what it felt like to me.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would put it. We're just gonna flip a coin and see what it lands on because we can't choose.
Yeah. Neither man, I don't think, has any chance of going further in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when it comes down to it, I think that Goto
3-1 betters.
Oh, nice. I think Goto will go back to the tag division with Yoshihashi, and
yeah,
Shingo now is going to have to find something else to do, considering his tag partners broken out into a Starkers.
I think Shingo should just go and take some time away from the ring. I think he should take some time and think of his next move. He's not going to retire, but I think he should consider becoming a trainer at the dojo for the length of time and just go there for a while. Get out the spotlight of the ring because his body's busted anyway.
And now, would come to the main event of this show, which I'm just gonna say I hated.
It won't be El Grande because he's got Dominic Mysterio, and it probably won't be Penta because he'll probably be teaming up with his brother. And also, giving a luchador to Roman Reigns is like giving beans on toast to actually, I was going to say to a Mexican.
It probably will just be Dom. It wouldn't surprise me. Probably.
Yeah. I just want it to be Omos so Omos can kill him. Last right powerbomb through spikes.
Look at the size of him. Who's going to tell him that he's not a luchador?
Exactly. But yes,
if JBL can show up on Triple R and be a commentator, why can't Omos be a luchador?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, this main event.
I didn't like it at all. It felt like half of this match was just them chopping each other, which I think is lazy.
Do you know how many chops Yuto Ice took from Tsuji?
I think it was something like 280 or something.
It was 280. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, that is completely unacceptable. No match in any pro wrestling company should have more than 15 chops. 10 to 15 is fine. Anything above that is unbelievably excessive, especially the amount of damage that's been done to Yuto Ice's chest.
Yeah.
Like, that man is scarred.
To the point where this happened on the 29th of July. We're going to be at the 6th of August tomorrow, and it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Like, his chest is completely ruined. Like, he may as well start doing a D'Lo Brown and wear body armor to the ring.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to show everybody what we're talking about because this is really bad. Like,
yeah.
If you when you think about how much we talk about New Japan and their match styles, we like a lot of their matches. This is really stupid. Yeah, it is. It is really bad, guys. It is really bad. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Yota Tsuji. Even its own search on X is actually a statement of intent. Yeah. 275 plus shots, but it was 280. Like, this is what's happened. And the fact that Yuto Ice is standing there with a smug look and Yota Tsuji's got a big massive smile on it with his taped up hands and his taped up shoulders. That is completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like that's not just bruised. Like, there's serious damage to that. Like, look at his nipple. Like, his nipples decided to just recolor itself as well.
That is something.
It's horrifying. It is. I'd love to know whose idea it was to do that. Because
Yuto's knowing him.
That sheer amount of destruction. I don't know what made them think we can go beyond a certain number of chops. Like 10 to 15 is fine. 20 is 50 is like 100 150 fuck 200 you're like Jesus Christ. 250, come on, this is fucking ridiculous. And 275, someone's gonna have blood vessels in their pecs destroyed.
Yeah.
And And if you remember how Cody Rhodes' bloody pec looked, it's exactly like that, except Utilize is more of a man than Cody Rhodes. But still. But this is just this fucking infuriates me. This is the worst match Yota Tsuji's ever had, and I would not be surprised if Yota Tsuji is no longer champion by, say, October for this one match alone. Because that is, we're both fans of Tsuji, but we don't hold back on talent to criticize them. And honestly, if I see another performance like this at Yota Tsuji again with that amount of chops, the belt should be taken off him.
Yeah.
Just coming to work next day, you're dropping the belt on Saturday. Okay, who to? Doesn't matter. You're just dropping the belt.
Yeah.
Except Shota Umino or Ren Nara. That's the only exceptions, but still, like, that level of disgusting is not acceptable. Even Ric Flair didn't have that many chops in his matches. Longest match he ever had was like 90 minutes, and he only chopped about 25 times.
Yeah. Even Gunther doesn't chop that much.
No. And they are chop merchants. But Tsuji's now gone to the top of the list of chop merchants.
Mm-hmm.
Vile match. Horrible. Worst match in the tournament. Worst match in the tournament. It's even worse than the 2-minute 50 monstrosity we're coming up to. Which is unfortunately right around the corner in terms of review.
Yeah.
Because here
before
we go.
We get there, it's Drilla Maloney getting choked out by Oscar.
I loved the match. I loved it. And I loved the result as well. It was the right result for me.
Yeah. Started off fast-paced. And the pace just continued to pick up until the end. Yep.
And I love the fact that Oscar was able to do that, considering the fact that he is so much taller than Drilla Maloney, but Drilla Maloney is bigger than him in terms of pure muscle mass. Like, it's a contrast it's a complete contrast in a human being. I think it's brilliant.
Like, the fact that Drilla was able to get him up for the Drilla Killer was impressive for a man of Oscar's height.
I would honestly say that's move of the year. I genuinely think it's move of the year in terms of complete unpredictable. I don't know what you can say rivals it.
Like, he didn't hit it. Like, of course he didn't hit it, but the fact that he was able to get him up was very impressive.
It's like watching. I'm not going to say Prime Lesnar because he's a freak of strength. I would say this is like Prime Lashley.
Yeah.
Like, that's the level of strength I would say Drilla possesses. Absolutely, Abu. Battle of the chops. Tsuji needs to stop. Yes.
Yeah.
The man's changed his entrance music. This man has changed his finisher. He's now decided
everything and his shit.
Yeah, he's actually regressing himself.
Yeah. Like, this is the world champion, and you've basically just made him look like a complete joke.
Yeah, you basically turned him into a WWE champion.
Yeah.
Now, before like, the fact is, this is not subjective opinion. It's a fact. They're not particularly strongly booked champions. That's a fact. Tsuji is being
unless you're Roman
like
Reigns,
unless you're booked. Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's one thing about this tournament I really hated as well is how quiet Yuya Uemura has been.
Yeah.
When I had him as favourite to win the tournament. It doesn't look like it now.
Mind you, he still might win, but he's not looking very strong, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of someone who isn't looking very strong, it's time to talk about it.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 45 seconds.
I have to do this the right way. Hold on. Proceed.
Right. But I'm going to look on the website and I'm going to look up their exact transcript of how this match went. Because I think that's the best way to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see what the real truth is about podcasters, you're about to see exactly who the truth is when it comes to professional wrestling.
Right, so this is the official New Japan Wrestling website's recount of this match.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
What we're about to tell you is enough to boycott New Japan.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We're not going to,
And
but this is like, it's like enough. It's like a red flag or
Yeah.
strike.
And here's another disclaimer. This whole segment that we do talking about this match will be longer than the match itself will be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's get this in. The official website's recount of this match. Yoshinobu Kanemaru was an unwelcome guest on Japanese commentary for Ren Narita's matchup with Zack Sabre Jr. With Dick Togo also making his presence felt at ringside, it wasn't long before high-paced technical skills would be put to a stop, with the grab of a heel and the attempt of a handful of thrown powder that misfired. With Kanemaru also getting involved, though, Narita cradled Zack Sabre Jr. and pushed the Briton to the bubble of elimination at the bottom of the B block heap. That's it. That's all they had to say about this match.
This is when you like a certain type of wrestler and you want to see that wrestler do well, cover your eyes and cover your ears, because this is not the type of one to explain on. This is I'm going to put it in a way that makes sense. Zack Sabre Jr. basically got a whole lot of submission on his entire career. This man has basically said, I quit to professional wrestling with how shit this match was. Like, this is him done. Like, respectfully, on this channel, it is going to be very hard for either myself or my co-host to my side, where we literally say, how the hell can we redeem or support Zack Sabre Jr.? Because he has literally just been ripped to pieces.
Yeah, it is a sad, sad sight.
It's like watching 2015 Kurt Angle. You know he's coming to an end, even though Zack's nowhere near that because he's still got years on him. But it's like that. It is like 2015 Kurt Angle. You know the time's coming to an end. He might have one or two great matches left in him. Conveniently, he did wrestle Zack that year. But it's still the point of, this sucks to watch. This is horrible. And there's no way out. There's genuinely no way out for Zack Sabre Jr. We are baffled by it. Because how can you... There's no shame in a technical masterclass losing to Ren Narita, because we've said it before, he is a dick, but he is a very good technical wrestler.
Yeah.
But there is
something that we saw happen last year when they wrestled him.
Exactly. But there is complete shame when he is losing before it hits 3 minutes. There is something seriously wrong here.
Yep.
And I'm flabbergasted. I am genuinely flabbergasted.
And like we said, I don't know what he's done, what their plans are for him, but the way they handled this was just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him getting relegated to a lower division.
Yeah, I generally see him in the TV title division. For people that say that Zack Sabre Jr. right now is the best in the UK, no, he's not.
No.
For me, he is still by all means, like the best wrestler and best British wrestler in the world. But it will not be long before he is surpassed by Jack Morris. And I've said his name countless times, but it will not be long. The way he's going, in contrast, and it'll get to the point where Luke Jacobs, Michael Oku, completely soar past Zach. It won't be long before Will Ospreay just leaves him in his dust.
Yeah,
And
because for as much as we say that Zack Sabre Jr. is the best British wrestler at the moment, there is still a very strong case to say that Will Ospreay is. And if you did say that, there's nobody that could tell you that you're wrong.
mm-hmm.
And the way that's
literally
going, that gap has been pretty much level for years. But the way that they're treating Zach, that is going to completely be blown into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be long until the likes of Gabe and Driller outdo him as well.
Yeah. And that is... It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, this is a former 2-time IWGP champion.
Yep.
A G1 winner.
Multiple-time New Japan Cup winner.
Mm-hmm.
And they've resulted him to this.
They've turned him in. They've turned him into the British Shota Umino.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
And for what? And for why? This is the one challenge. I challenge anyone from New Japan to explain why they've done this and for what purpose.
I will laugh if someone comes out and says it's his redemption arc. Because at that point, I'm saying
he's done everything that you can do. He doesn't need redemption for anything.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying I'll be surprised. I will laugh if someone does come out and say that. But he has been completely. I'm going to use a word of Regal's. He has been besmirched. It's even worse as well as the way the match started. You wouldn't think it was going to be a complete walkover until maybe 30 seconds in, because the way the match started, it was completely different.
Yeah.
And then it was almost like the click of a finger. And we know for a fact that Zach is not injured. We know this. He is not injured. So why would you squash him?
Yeah. Just a shocking match, honestly.
It was. It's one of the worst booked matches in New Japan history. It's stuff like this that proves why we don't support Gedo's booking.
No. I honestly don't have the words to sum up what they've done.
Me neither. I'm completely flabbergasted. Zack Sabre Jr. besmirched like Billy. No, Zack Sabre Jr. is cool. You just get what you deserve for liking Roman Reigns. I'm only kidding. Peter?
Yeah, before we move on, is there any other message or anything that you have for this match?
Just take Zack Sabre Jr. out of the tournament now and just give every remaining opponent a free win and just let him go and do something else. Just let him. Because there's no point now. And they should let him go to the UK to prepare for Rev Pro early.
Well, the next match was a lot better. It'd be hard to be worse, but Callum Newman and Gabe Kidd.
This was the best of the British so far, in my opinion. Out of the British against each other. That's what Block B basically is. Block B is who's the best the British wrestler in the block. And this match was fundamentally excellent. I really enjoyed it. I actually can't fault it.
Yeah. I had a blast watching this match. I thought that it was one. I thought it was one of the best matches I've seen in New Japan this year.
I agree. There's generally nothing about this match that I can't dislike.
Yeah.
Not that we're going looking for anything to dislike. It's just simply put, there's nothing I dislike about it.
Yeah. And I also liked the fact that even though this is like an AEW wrestler against a New Japan wrestler, Callum wasn't afraid to cheat as well as Gabe Kidd was.
Yeah. I found that really interesting as well. And I liked it as well.
Yeah. But I actually think it's like one of those heel versus heel matches where there is a clear face and heel dynamic, but yet the person wrestling babyface is still inherently a heel, and it shows when it comes down to the end of the match.
Yeah, like Callum is obviously the babyface because he is New Japan full time, whereas Gabe is not. And you can do heel versus heel. It always works.
But what I actually found the most interesting was in the post-match where Gabe Kidd basically revealed that he had no idea that Will Ospreay was a Death Rider until he turned on them.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, I burst out laughing. I was like, Gabe, surely you know this.
Yeah,
even if you're not there, surely you're watching.
And I'm just like, even though you're not there, I'm like, surely someone's telling you what's going on.
Yeah, it is absolutely funny. Like, it had me in stitches. It had me in stitches. Like, see, this is what we say. Like, see, when people say they want comedy in wrestling, that's my type of comedy. Like, someone who makes like these like subtle jokes, and you just can't help but laugh at it. Like, I was pissing myself at that.
And it's also supposedly led to Gabe declaring war on United Empire. But, yeah.
Which won't be supported by the Death Riders, I think. I don't think likes and Moxley will support it because he knows what will happen if he does. And he can't afford to risk it.
Yeah. And it's obviously, and I don't think it's going to be supported by the Dogs either because they've got their own stuff going on right now.
Yep.
So that's another thing to keep your eye on for the future months in New Japan, because obviously it's not going to be an AEW thing, you wouldn't imagine.
No, it won't be.
Unless you get them in for Wrestle Dream, maybe initially.
And
like, obviously, if it's not happening there, then it's probably not happening for a while. But in terms of this match itself, I thought it was, as I said, a great match. Both men put on a very good showing, and it shows why they're both very strong contenders to win this tournament.
Agreed.
And the main event of this match was, not of this match, of this show, was Yuya Uemura versus Aaron Wolf.
This was fun. This was a good showing from both men. Yuya again showing why I picked him at the start of the tournament as my favourite to win it. But Aaron Wolf did not fail to surprise me as well. Like he really showcased himself really well. It was a fun match, start to finish. Great main event.
Yeah. I was a big fan of the dynamic in this match.
As was I. And they got it right too.
Yeah.
And the right man
there's
won.
One thing that I have noticed, and I have been very impressed that Yuya Uemura is no longer just simply relying on the deadbolt suplex and targeting the arm to win matches. He's shown like he's got a further depth to his character. and then just himself as a wrestler in general.
He's becoming the main eventer that we said and saw. He's living up to it. It's no longer about potential. He's living that potential, and it's why I truly believe you've got to give him the title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. You've got to.
Yeah. But in terms of this match, I did like the chemistry that they both had.
I would like it again. I would like it again afterwards, like the road to like Don Tack or something.
And I will say that obviously it's quite a limited sample size for him, but I do think that so far this is Aaron Wolf's best showing.
Oh, hands down.
Like I know his match with Driller was good as well, but I do think that this match slightly edges it for me.
I agree. It gives him more depth to his own ability as well, because most of his matches, he's literally just been, he's just a guy who does judo.
Yeah.
This one he had to think on his feet, and he reacted really well.
Yeah, and whereas here you've actually seen his capabilities as a wrestler as well.
Billy says best comedy wrestler is John Cena's younger brother Ron. I mean, that is your opinion. That's okay. Josiah. That is, of course, your opinion. That's okay. I respectfully disagree.
And I think in terms of the rest of this tournament, it's going to be very difficult to see Yuya advancing, given the opponent, given how the table is and the opponents that people have left. It's going to be very difficult to see him advancing.
Yeah.
Because at this point, all it takes is one person to get to 10 points, and I'm pretty sure that would be him done now.
Yeah.
Because obviously Gabe's already on 10, and Yuya, I believe, is stuck on 6.
He is.
And that would mean that he would have to basically beat Gabe, who's already on 10, Henare, who has more points than him anyway, and can still reach, I believe it's 12 or... Wait, no, he can still reach 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oscar as well, who can reach 14.
Yeah. It's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah.
If Yuya does not get out the block phase into the semi-finals, I will genuinely
be angry. Big shock.
Yeah, I'll be angry.
Because then if Yuya doesn't make it out of the block and win this tournament, that completely blows what everyone predicted for Wrestle Kingdom completely wide open.
Mm-hmm. Because everyone predicted Tsuji versus Yuya for the title.
Yeah.
And then the winner of that will have to defend against Callum or Will as the first opponent.
Yeah. And it's weird because the way that dynamic's going, it seems like neither of those matches are going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. The spanner is completely in the works.
And honestly, it can all be put down to how Will's been booked in AEW, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Because obviously now that he's turned on the Death Riders, there's now no reason for Callum to turn on him.
Yeah, he can't even cite jealousy.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to be jealous about.
Because he's done exactly what he wanted Will to do and not be involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is the conundrum that that night of Block B left us with.
Yep.
We now move to, thankfully, the last bit of Block A action for this show. Because, my God, this was another terrible, terrible show.
Tsuji's not going to win the G1. Don't worry, Peter.
No.
Tsuji, they're not having the world champion win it. The world champion won't win it. We're almost at the very end of our brilliant review, and we're almost at touching distance of 1 hour 30. So thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is winning all his matches, but Tsuji will not win the G1.
At some point, that run will stop us.
Remember the golden rule of the G1. A world champion doesn't win it.
Yeah. A world champion hasn't won this tournament in over 25 years.
Exactly.
And now, we talked about the whole Zack Sabre Jr. match.
Mm-hmm.
This match, this first Bolton Oleg versus Sonata match, this is also bad, but I don't think it's as egregious.
Takeshita's not repeating, Catherine. Takeshita's not repeating.
Bolton Oleg winning this match in a minute 30.
Yeah, this was disgraceful.
I feel
this angered me.
It was a horrible decision. You still could have had Bolton win the match, but 1 minute 30, I think, was a horrible decision from whoever made it.
Unless someone gets injured and you've got to end a match early, no tournament match should be going less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, this was a fucking travesty.
And like I said, given like the wrestlers involved and the fact that it's Bolton Oleg, it's more believable and less egregious than the Zack Sabre Jr. one. But it's still embarrassing from the company to even consider booking it.
And not only that, but it's Sonata.
Yeah.
Like, it is pathetic. The one true Sonata truth, the truth of pro wrestling getting jobbed like this is a fucking disgrace.
Yeah. Although he does seem to be very focused on his next match, which is encouraging to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't lose that in 1 minute 31.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, I don't think there's much to say about this match, so we can move on to Yuto Ice and Jake Lee, which
utter
shite.
Yeah.
Again, Jake Lee. I
love Jake Lee, but fuck me, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like he was gone for a while, but the way he's been wrestling, it doesn't seem like he was gone long enough.
I genuinely feel like when I'm watching Jake Lee, I genuinely feel like I'm watching an Austin Theory match. I genuinely feel like I'm watching. I mean, Jake Lee's a better psychologist and a better wrestler than Austin Theory.
Yeah.
But the way he's wrestling is like watching an Austin Theory match. It is a damn right fucking disgrace. Jesus Christ, Catherine, I can't look at that. That's going to make me barf. She's just sent me a picture of LA Knight in black trunks with LA Knight on the front, and he's wearing an LA black mask. Because obviously Roman going to Worlds Collide.
LA Noir.
That's a good game. Brilliant game that was, LA Noir.
Or as I called him earlier, LA Shite.
I call him LA Who.
But yeah, this match, 10.5 minutes of essentially nothing.
This was a snooze fest.
Mm.
You could have fell asleep and you would have missed.
And it's a common theme. Whenever Jake Lee comes out wearing the clown face paint, you know that the match isn't going to be very good.
Yeah, he's fully embraced the Joker personality when he does that. Yeah. It's what I hated about Joker Sting. When he fully embraced it, he only had one good match as Joker Sting, and that was against Kurt Angle. I did not like Joker Sting in the ring. I don't like Jake Lee in the ring. I prefer just Jake Lee on his own. Do the Joker stuff in segments and interferences in matches, but don't do it as your actual in-ring persona. It doesn't work.
Mm. And then to complete the hat trick.
Oh, Catherine's just... No, Catherine's just sent me another thing. Have a guess when was the last WWE pay-per-view that Carmelo Hayes competed at? Before you give me an answer, let me just point this out for context.
I know it's not in this year.
Have a guess. This is baffling for me. I'm surprised by this. Well, a little bit, but still.
Is it Money in the Bank 2025?
Nope. Further than that.
Oh, wow.
He is. I'm not going to kid you when I say, since
Royal
his
Rumble
last
2025.
Yep.
Mm.
He has not appeared at 16 pay-per-views since that event.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of Carmelo Hayes. I think he's quite boring, but even I'm like, this is cruel. Like, that supposed to be a young talent you're pushing that you believe in, and you do that to him. That is proper cynical. I think there's not many different types of talent in WWE that matches his height and size, because most of them are exactly the same. But like, what exactly has he done wrong to not appear at 16 pay-per-views since Rumble 2025? Like, that is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
I'm lost for words, but wow. But yeah, carry on.
Yes, I was saying, to complete the hat trick of terrible matches on this card, it was Shingo Takagi and Okan.
Honestly, going for a shit is more exciting than an Okan match.
I'm honestly tired of him.
So am I.
Like, what does he offer? What is he?
Hiroshi Tanahashi, we hope this message gets to you. Stop allowing someone to run your goddamn company and actually take control. And fire Okan.
Because this guy is embarrassing, honestly.
How can they watch his matches and think he's good?
I don't know.
Even Will Ospreay continues to back this guy. Like, this guy also books a wrestling company as well. Like, surely he should know by now, when you see a shit talent, you don't keep rewarding them. You pack them up. I'm sure there's plenty of McDonald's that Okan can work at. Send him to one.
But yeah, this match was just an embarrassment to the sport, really.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they spent more time on the outside than they did actually in the ring.
Okan literally gives people who aren't wrestling fans a reason for why pro wrestling as a industry should just die.
Yeah.
He gives it
And
that level.
This man, of all people, had the audacity to try and put Shingo Takagi's head down the toilet.
Literally. This was horrible. On a grand scale, this was pure torture.
Yeah.
This was Dana Brooke level of torture.
Again, one of the worst matches that I've ever seen this company producing.
And it's going to get worse because Okan's got another big opponent next.
Great. Yeah.
Which is not good. I am looking forward to tomorrow's main event, though. Tomorrow's main event is Goto Takeshita.
Yeah. No, that was in this. That was in this. That's already happened.
Sorry. Yeah, what's tomorrow's main event?
Tomorrow.
Sorry, because I'm thinking because I was going to rewatch this match tomorrow.
Tomorrow's main event is Oleg versus Suji.
Oh well, you can say goodbye to his Kazakhstani chest.
Oh yeah.
Because that is going to get ripped apart. But yeah, Goto versus Takeshita was today. I was going to watch it again tomorrow, rewatch it again tomorrow because it was good. It was that good. Almost as good as their world title match.
Yeah.
But I digress. I'll let you carry on.
We're going to get to the first of the two good matches on this show, and that was Suji versus Oiwa.
Yeah, this was much better. This was far better. This was so competitive. Big win for the champion, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But
less
it
chops
was
as well.
Yep, less chops, more
I'm sure
competition.
he was warned about that before going out. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think so. It was very competitive, very exciting,
Mm-hmm.
and I just loved the overall performance of it.
Mm-hmm. And again, it just says, like I've been saying this tournament, every time I see Ryohei Oiwa, he impresses. Whether he wins or loses, he just impresses in his matches.
Mm-hmm. He is one of those shining talents of win or lose. He does not fail to deliver. He always gives fans something more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a rare thing.
Yeah.
He is in a league of his own, Ryohei Oiwa. It's why I do think he will at some point become world champion. But obviously after Yuya, but it will happen. Like, he is that good.
Yeah. But in terms of this match, I would say it was, like you said, very good, very fast paced, very back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Both men looked strong.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you would expect from two young wrestlers like this.
Yeah. They didn't hold back either, which I liked.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I love when two of the younger wrestlers face each other, because it's always like they've got something to prove to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the main event, which was Goto and Takeshita.
This was ruthless.
It was, yeah.
What a way to pretty much end our show tonight by talking about this. Because this is the main event, not show, but
I mean, it's not quite over. There's still the last bit of Block B.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was hoping to skip that pain, but yeah.
But yeah, this match was incredible.
It was the last true main event of the show because Block B's main event was crap.
Yeah.
But this was
this is one of the occasions where I can say the wrong person won. I think that they should have given the win to Goto here.
Me too. I don't know why they didn't.
Because Takeshita winning this match there's no reason for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really took away the enjoyment of Goto's performance, even though the match was very good. Goto outperformed Takeshita in this one. Takeshita rightly outperformed him in the world title match. Goto outperformed him in this one.
Yeah.
The wrong man definitely won.
Mm. And obviously, like we said, Goto probably not going to advance now.
Yeah, he's in that.
I would have given him.
Spot.
I would have given him a slight chance if he'd beaten Takeshita, but I think now after beating him, after that I don't see how he can get through.
Me neither.
Because even though he does currently hold the tiebreaker for Tsuji, I just think that Tsuji's going to collect more points than him over the rest of this tournament.
Yeah, the world champion's going to get to the semi-finals and then get eliminated.
Yeah. And funnily enough, the way the blocks have been going, that sounds like it's going to be by Gabe Kidd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gabe Kidd as global champion will make it to the final, beating the world champion, then he'll lose the final.
Yeah. And even though he loses the final because he's beaten the world champion, he'll say that he wants the belts.
Yeah. But then Drillo will take that title off him
despite
first.
already having won the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
And it also makes sense because he was supposed to face Tsuji for the belt before he got injured.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But we're getting too far ahead of ourselves because we've got to talk about Trilla Maloney versus Aaron Wolf.
Loved it. Long story short, loved it. It There's nothing much I can say about this one except thank you. And when Drilla wins that global title, I hope the very first challenger for him is Aaron Wolf.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, before that, who do you see Aaron Wolf dropping the Never belt to then? Or do you see him going into that as champion as well?
I think he does. I think he gets 2 title shots. I think one of them is champion, then the second. I think he's going to drop it to... I would like to see him drop... I'd like to see him drop it to Ishimori.
That would be cool. As long as it's not him losing it back to Ren Narita in finals.
I hope it's Ishimori.
I mean, as much as they're never going to do it, it would be nice to see.
Because they're not going to do what I want with him, and that's give him back the junior title.
But yeah, this match was a great match.
There's nothing about this I can criticize.
These two have very good chemistry with each other as well.
They do.
And again, it was another good showing of Aaron Wolf's actual wrestling ability rather than relying on the judo side.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost seems to me like Drilla Maloney's reaching the status of you can put anyone in the ring with him and it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
Which at a young age is a very good quality time. Which
I know. I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. And the next match we've got to talk about is Oscar and Zack Sabre Jr., who finally gets a win in this tournament again.
Very good match. Good performance from both men. Oscar still strong despite losing. Zack Sabre Jr. looks 5% better. However, he's still in a dangerous position and it's going to take a lot more than that to turn it around. But very good match.
Mm-hmm. I was really impressed with just how the dynamic of the match worked. And I think the fact that Oscar was Zack's opponent really played well into it. It was like Zack's desperation to win a match against Oscar just being a giant.
Yeah, it felt like a video game. It felt like you're playing like a classic game against like a lighter talent against a super heavyweight, and you have to use speed and hope that the super heavyweight makes a mistake to capitalize
which Oscar did by trying to submit Zack.
Yep, using his own means against him. He should have went for the power moves. I think Oscar would have won this if he had just went for the choke slam. But I think, and I rate Oscar for this, Oscar wanted to prove, like many other big men before him, Oscar wanted to prove, yes, he's a big man, but he can wrestle with the best of them.
No. And for the most part, he did until he decided to try and do the submissions.
Yeah, the submission cost him. The submission cost him the result.
And another thing that I liked is that this is something that he actually referenced himself. Like he realized where he'd gone wrong in trying to make him submit, and he knows that he should have just went for it.
He takes accountability. I like that in a talent who's actually aware. Like it's so good to see. It is so refreshing that he goes, "Yeah, I fucked this up," and he apologized as well. No worries, Peter. Catch you later.
But unfortunately, that's where the pleasantries of this show end.
Yep, because
the next match is Ren Narita submitting Yuya Uemura in 20 minutes to a knee bar.
Respectfully, I just want to say this match absolutely sucks. I hated it, and I do not want to talk about Ren Narita for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Which leaves the main event being Henare and Gabe Kidd.
I literally watched this match whilst I was having my dinner. when before we went live, also my PC was being a pain, but I was eating my dinner and watching this match, and honest to God, my dinner was more entertaining. I didn't actually like this. This did not fit either man. Like Hinari and Gabe Kidd, it's not like they deliberately didn't want to have a bad match, but it felt like they weren't invested.
Yeah, because I was thinking, given the history that these two have with each other, I felt like this match should have been a lot more.
I was expecting both men to go out as if they wanted to break their necks. Like, you know, like it was like it's like that Raw match between Punk and Cena. You know, both of them are going to hit a pile driver regardless because they don't care about the rules. I'm expecting Gabe to hit a pile driver on Hinari to try and kill him, and I'm expecting Hinari to do a pile driver on Gabe Kidd to go, "Fuck you, you bald prick."
Yeah,
even though
but
I'm
that's
also
not what
bald.
We kind of saw that when Hinari
we got semi hatred.
Hinari in the table.
Yeah,
but this felt like a match that should have gone to like some kind of no contest, whether it be a double knockout, double DQ, or something like that.
There's something about the tournament that's annoying. There's something about the tournament that's really annoying me as well. We haven't had a single no contest in this tournament.
Yeah,
and I'm like, can we just have one, please?
Because this felt like the type of match that would have benefited from it, and it just didn't happen.
Exactly. And I know it's maybe you shouldn't be wanting a no contest or a double disqualification in a tournament match, but in some matches you do because it actually spices up the tournament. And I want a double DQ, and I want to see it.
Sometimes
soon.
It just makes sense as well, given who's actually wrestling in the matches.
Exactly. But this
like,
was a
we're not just saying it. We're not just saying it for the sake of we want to see it happen. We want to see it happen because it makes sense for it to happen.
Exactly.
And everything that they told us that the match would be, and the story that they have with each other, told us that there was a possibility that this could happen, and then they don't even get anywhere near the possibility of it happening.
Exactly. And it's a shame.
Yeah, so for those 6 G1 days, the only day that I have any sort of appraisal for is probably the second Block B night. The rest of them were all tragic.
Yeah, almost as tragic as Arsenal's hopes of defending their title. Really
and
sloppy.
Looking at the card for tomorrow, it doesn't look like that's going to get any better.
There's only one. There's only one good match.
There's only one good match yet, because the matches tomorrow are Yuto, Ice, and Sonada, which
it's going to be horrible.
Could be. It's hot or cold. It's either going to be a good match or it won't be.
I don't think it's going to be good personally. I think Sonada's like nah, and then Yuto Ice is already banged up. It's going to be hard for him anyway.
Yeah. And then the match that I'm predicting is going to be another contender for worst in this tournament, which is going to be Jake Lee and Great O'Connor.
This is going to be like watching death.
This is a match that I'm honestly considering skipping tomorrow.
I'm skipping it. We're not reviewing this match when we're next
that's
live.
How over both of these guys I am at this point.
When the next time we're live reviewing the G1, we're not talking about this match at all.
No. Ryohei Oiwa and Hiroki Goto, that is going to be a good match.
That'll
if
be spicy.
They give it the proper time.
Give it 15, 16 minutes. It's spicy.
Yeah. Takeshita and Shingo Takagi. Again,
that's going to be questionable.
Kind of depends on what version of Shingo Takagi you get in this match.
Yes.
If he's got his working boots on, it's going to be match of the night, no doubt. But if not, then it's going to be a match of disappointment.
I agree.
And then the main event, Boltin Oleg versus Yota Tsuji.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Pretty much any match Boltin Oleg is in that isn't a House of Torture match is guaranteed to be a great match.
Yeah.
But in terms of my overall optimism and excitement for this show, I've got to say that it's a 2 at best, just based on how the rest of this tournament's been. Just
I agree. I completely agree.
like the fact that I'm looking forward to the preview tags on this show than the actual G1 matches says a lot.
Yeah.
Because for once the preview tags are actually good. You've got Yasuda and Uemura against Jacob Austin Young and Henare. You've got Matsumoto and Aaron Wolf against Ren Narita and Dick Togo, which basically doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Gedo and Oscar against St. J and Callum Newman, which should be fun. And then you've got Nagai and Driller versus Hartley Jackson and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, there's a lot of good team plans there, good functions. We're certainly going to see some excitement. I'm really looking forward to it.
But in terms of the actual G1 portion of this show, the jury's definitely out.
Yeah.
But before we do, guys, we've got any closing thoughts?
Fix up, otherwise we're just going to suffer. Fix up or we're going to suffer.
Yeah.
And stop punishing good talent. Otherwise, the G1 will get the EA treatment from us. We'll boycott the fucker.
Yeah, my final thoughts is that thank God this is basically the last week of this tournament, because it's been hell, to put it mildly.
It has been. And I can't take this because I love the G1. We loved, we both do. We both love the G1. We both love New Japan, but this is attacking our fandom at its worst.
Yeah. We said that the best of the Super Juniors was going to be the worst tournament of the year. This is running it very close.
It is.
Unfortunately, this is
and it'll be cemented as the worst tournament depending on what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell.
Yeah.
On that exclusive Unbound Grapplecast bombshell, it is absolutely the time to end. But in closing statements, my friend, any closing comments before we wrap up tonight?
Right. If you're going to watch AEW Dynamite tonight, enjoy it, because it's going to be a great card, I think.
Yes.
There's a lot to like about it. There's obviously not a lot of majorness because the Continental Cup doesn't start until Collision, but there are a few matches. There's a street fight between Ospreay and Mark Davis. You've got the international title match between Fletcher and Mike Bailey, and then you've got the Dogs and the Death Riders, I believe.
Yes.
Or is it just the Death Riders taking on?
It's the Death Riders. Yeah.
Cage.
Yeah, 4 members of the Death Riders versus Copeland Cage and the Bucks, which is quite interesting. The only downside to this card is Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
To be fair, Daniel Garcia is a Nate man, to be fair.
Yeah.
So.
But he's going to get jobbed out, so it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I want you all to pay attention very closely to the G1 this week, because the results of these matches are going to play a big role in what we have coming up for you next week when we try to predict the semis and finals and ultimately the winner of this tournament.
Yep. And there will be something special in store for whoever does win that prediction. But with that, folks, thank you so much. We are just about to hit 2 hours. We will see you on Friday when James is back on the channel.
Yes, and that will be very exciting. It's been a long time coming for him.
Oh, hell yeah. Good night, guys, and we will see you next time.